What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. In this video we are headed back to GameStop's website and we're going to see what we can find for under $25 for the Super Nintendo. So if you like games, consoles, or product reviews, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. With that being said, let's hop into it. Okay, so what we're going to do in this video is, like I said, head over to GameStop's website and see what we can find for the Super Nintendo when it comes to games for $25 or less. Now, I've kind of had a few of these on the channel within the last few months, and so I figured let's revisit that, but let's check out a new system. And so the Super Nintendo is one that I would like to look at because it doesn't require discs and cases like that. It's just the cartridge, you can plug it in and it will work. It doesn't need to be resurfaced or anything like that. So I'm looking at that because that is something that I would be okay getting if it was just loose. So I wanted to check that out. So what we're going to do is I'll grab the computer, we'll sit down and talk about it and see what we can find on their website. Okay, so we have GameStop's website set up here. What we're going to do is go to video games, then go to retro games, and then select games under the Super Nintendo. Now, I'm very excited about this and I want to see what we can find. So what we're going to do first is click show filters, and then what we'll go down is go down to price, go to 0 to 10. We'll start with the cheaper games and then work our way up. Okay, so right away you see some games that are decent and seem to be relatively priced. Now, you've got Mario Paint for $2.99. You probably want to pass on that unless you have the mouse and the mouse pad. Maybe not the mouse pad, but at least you got to have the mouse. So maybe I would pass on that. Killer Instinct for $9.99. That's pretty much a solid game to play. Same with Mario is Missing. That's totally worth $10. And Disney's Lion King to round out the first 4 games, I think just works perfectly. Next, you've got a baseball game and Ken Griffey Jr. presents Base MLB. I'd pass on that one, to be honest. Then you got Tetris Attack, which if you like Tetris, I think is probably worth the $10 price tag. You've got Super Star Wars. If you want to be frustrated and play Star Wars, I say $10 is definitely well worth it. And then rounding it out, actually Miss Pac-Man for $3.50. That is a good deal. Now, I think that would probably be worth picking up. Next, you've got Mortal Kombat for $10. I'm wearing a Mortal Kombat shirt, so I gotta say, pick that up. You've got Home Alone 2 Lost in New York for $6. I'd probably pass on that one, to be honest. NBA Jam, $10. Okay, I think that's well worth it. I was gonna say maybe it's too much, but $10 isn't that much for a game that you could have some fun with. So that's totally worth it. And then Street Fighter 2, obviously for $10 it's not a bad deal. I would prefer Mortal Kombat, but that's just me. Let's load some more of these. Let's see what else we got. We got Toy Story for $10. That's a pretty good game for $10. That's probably worth it. Tecmo Super Bowl, this is actually a pretty good deal, $8. If you like football games and you like retro ones, I think this one's definitely one you should pick up. Yoshi's Safari for $8. That's a good, decent price. I wouldn't complain too much about that. Pac-Man 2 for $3. That's really cheap. If you like Pac-Man, $3 is pretty well. Whoa, snap. X-Men Mutant Apocalypse for $8. I did not expect to see that at this level. I figured it would be like $12 to $15. Same with the Spider-Man and X-Men. $6 is a really good price for that one as well. Wario's Woods, $10. That's totally worth it right there. And a really heavy hitter right here, Uniracers, $10. That's a good deal for sure right there. We got Tetris 2, another Tetris game we're talking about, $10. It's probably worth it. Tiny Toons Buster Busts Loose for $8. I've never played that one, so that might be worth it just to add to the collection. For $8, you're not gonna be disappointed, probably, I'm assuming. SimCity for $6, that's okay. I mean, it's SimCity, but if you like those kind of games, $6 is actually pretty good. And Final Fight for 10, that's a solid deal too. Let's load up one more page, then we'll move on to the more expensive games. Kirby's Avalanche for $10, that is definitely well worth it. Frogger for $10, that's another good classic game if you're looking for that. Mortal Kombat 3 for $8, okay, yeah, I'm into it. Paperboy 2 for $10, that's a good price. Stunt Race FX for $8. Roadrunners Death Valley Rally for $6, Batman Forever for $5, Home Alone for $4. It's funny that Batman is $5, which is Batman Forever is a fun game, and then you've got Home Alone right next to it for $1 less, and I don't think that's worth it, but that's my opinion. SimCity 2000, another SimCity game on this list for $6, that's not too bad. Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge for $6 is probably pretty decent. Jungle Strike for $8, and then Prince of Persia for $10. I don't have that game, so I would definitely pick that up for $10 if I had $25 to spend. So that was the first 4 pages of the best matches for $0 to $10. Let's go ahead and change that to $10 to $25. Okay, so we have some of the $10 to $25 games here loaded up. And honestly, we got some bangers right out of the gate here. Donkey Kong Country for $15. That's a solid pickup right there. You've got Super Mario World for $20. That might be a little bit too expensive for my tastes, but honestly, that's an awesome game. I see that game all the time though, so I don't know about that one. Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, $25, definitely worth the pickup. And Mega Man X for $15, that surprises me. That's a good price right there. Donkey Kong Country 3 for $25 is a good game there. You've got Breath of Fire for $25, solid game. Super Mario All-Stars, again, solid game for $25. That's definitely worth $25. You got Tetris and Dr. Mario for $20. That's probably more than I would want to pay for that, but that's just me. Secrets of Evermore for $25. Super Ghosts and Ghouls for Super Ghouls and Ghosts for $25. Earthworm Jim for $25. Those are all 3 games that are well worth picking up and adding to your collection. And Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for $15. That's decent right there. Let's see, we got Total Carnage for $20. I've never played that game, so I think I'd probably add that to the collection for $20. NBA Jam, the Tournament Edition for $20. That's okay. That's probably worth it though. Jurassic Park 2 for $18. That's probably worth it. Street Fighter 2 Turbo for $20. Not a Street Fighter guy, so I would pass on that one. Speaking of Super Street Fighter 2 for $20, again, passing on that. Disney's Aladdin, $11.99. I don't know if I would pick this up or not. I love the game and I think it's well worth it, but they released a compilation between with Lion King and Disney's Aladdin, so maybe I would pick that up, maybe I would pass, I don't know. That's on the Switch, so Biker Mice from Mars, weird game, $20, definitely worth it. Power Rangers for $15. I don't have Power Rangers, so I'd probably pick that up. Beavis and Butthead for $15. Star Fox for $15. F-Zero for $15. All of those games were well worth the $15 there. And then you've got Disney's Goof Troop for $20. Totally worth it there. Now we've got Batman Returns for $20. That's a pretty good deal. Return of the Jedi, Super Return of the Jedi, definitely worth $15 there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 5 Tournament Fighter, $25, that's a pretty good deal. Mickey Mouse's Magical Quest, $15, that's probably worth it. Captain America and the Avengers for $25, that's worth it there. The Simpsons Bart's Nightmare, any Simpsons game is worth picking up in my book, so 15 bucks, definitely a pickup. Gradius 3 for 15 bucks, if you like shooters, that's a good one. And then Mortal Kombat 2 for 15 bucks as well, worth it as well. You got Cool Spot, that 7 Up, I almost said 7-Eleven, that 7 Up game for 15 bucks, that's a weird one for sure. 20 bucks for Kirby's Dream Course, that's definitely well worth it right there for me. Rocco's Modern Life for 15 bucks, and the Lord of the Rings Volume 1 for 15 bucks, definitely pick those up. And let's just leave it there. So that is kind of what you would see, or is what you would see if you pulled up GameStop's website and looked at their retro games for the Super Nintendo, and you only had $25 to spend. Now that is a good budget. $25 for a game is well worth it. Whenever you've got games coming out for $60, I think $25 is a good budget for used retro games. And so that's why I wanted to talk about this. This is something that people are always saying, well, I can't go out and hunt. I can't find games. I can't do this. This is actually not a bad way. If you've got 25 bucks, maybe 50 or 100 from like a birthday or something, and you're younger and you don't have a job and you're wanting to be cheap, or maybe you just have a budget of 100 bucks, there is a bunch of great games online for you to pick up. And so I don't like when people say that. So I want to make this series and make videos like this to show you that you can go out and do that. Do this on your own, grow your collection without spending a ton of money, and you can have games that you will actually enjoy and have fun with, and even get them for a budget. So with that being said, I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below what game you would pick up from all of these games. Now there's some heavy hitters. You got Zelda, Mario, Mega Man, Donkey Kong Country. You got all of those coming in here at under 25 bucks that you could pick up and have delivered to your house. Totally worth it. So I think this is something you should think about. If you're looking to game hunt or grow a collection nowadays, you can't get out of your house or don't want to get out of your house, I think this is a good option. You can always return it, you can ship it back, or you can go to a store, all that stuff. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification. That way you know when I post more videos, which is every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And guys, honestly, I'm thankful that you watch this. I have so much fun making videos. Some of this stuff is confusing and sometimes it's hard to find what you're looking for. But if you kind of don't know and you don't know where to start, websites like Gamestop's Online, retro games can give you a good place to start. If you just want to say I have 100 bucks to budget, and then you go and find games. Maybe you find 4 $25 games that are well worth it for your Super Nintendo. And so go out there and look if you're interested in that. So one last time, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you stay safe, practice social distancing, wash your hands, stay 6 feet away from each other, stay home when you can, all that stuff. That way you and your family are safe. But most importantly, make sure you have a good day.